there, this is Ruth from Holistic Yoga, and this is Family Yoga for Polbeth Community Hub. Today I thought we could do some chair yoga. So sometimes it's nice to work yoga into your everyday life, so you don't have to necessarily carve out an hour of your day, get your mat out, make a big deal of it. Some things you can do just sitting watching TV or at your desk if you work at a desk. It's also nice if you're a young person and you maybe like to get your grandparents involved and they're a bit worried about yoga and think it might be too much for them. Chair yoga is a really nice place to start because it means there's lots you can do, but you don't have to be up and down off the floor. It's not as demanding, but you still get loads of benefits from it. So today you're going to need a chair, obviously. So this kind of chair is ideal. It has a back on it. We're going to use the back at one point, so make sure you have something with a back. Something nice and steady that's not going to wobble. And you're going to sit about halfway forward. So don't slouch in your chair. You want to have a nice straight back. And you want to be able to have your feet planted on the floor when you're sitting. So if you can't, you've got wee short legs like me, you may want to put something under your feet or maybe adjust your seat somehow. Choose a different chair, okay? It would also be useful if I have a yoga block here, I know you're not going to have one. This is only for use during one movement, and it's because we're going to fold forward, and if you can't get your hands to the floor, we want to bring the floor up to you. So it can be a book, or really anything you have around the house. It's just something that's going to bring the floor up so that you can get your hand resting on something. Okay, so it's not a big deal. You'll have something around the house you can use instead of the block. So come and sit on your chair. As I say, about halfway forward, sit nice and tall. So try and avoid slouching, especially if you've been at your laptop all day. We want to get away from that if you drive, all that kind of thing. So sit really tall, nice long spine, okay? And then take a moment, you can close your eyes if you want, you don't have to. Hands are resting on your thighs, or you might cradle them in your lap. We're just going to take 3 big deep breaths and sigh them out. And this is just like a signal to the body that, it's okay, you can relax, we've reached our yoga practice. So we're going to breathe in through the nose and sigh out through the mouth. Big inhale whenever you're ready. Big sigh. Good. Now do 2 more like that. Each time you breathe out, imagine the shoulders are melting down a little bit further. Really let the shoulders go. Arms are heavy. 1 more. Good. Now, just take a couple of moments noticing your breath in and out through your nose. Notice how the body feels, anything that's tense or tight or a little bit sore. We're not doing anything about that just now, we're just noticing. Just taking the time to see how we feel. Good. Now, when you're ready, we're going to do some head rolls. So you open your eyes if you've closed them. Take your chin down onto your chest. And then as you breathe in, roll your head to the left side. My left ear is coming towards my left shoulder. Breathing out, chin comes back to chest. And then just going side to side, breathing in to one side, breathing out into the middle. In your own time, noticing what's going on in your jaw, your neck, your shoulders. This is really a tense area for so many people. Good, let's do 1 more time each side. You can go at any pace you want to, you choose the speed. You always be super careful with the neck. And then the next time the chin comes to the chest, you're just going to pause there. Interlace those fingers and take that little basket, place it on the back of your head. So we're not going to pull, we're just going to let the natural weight of your arms draw the head forward. It's great for getting into that upper back. Take a couple of breaths there. And then release. Good. Excellent. Now take a few shoulder rolls. Go back first of all, and then forward. And you're welcome to change this up if you want to. You can have hands on shoulders, maybe even try and bring the elbows together. Go the other way too. Good, okay, and then give your arms a nice shake out. And we're going to do a little bit with the wrists. So I want you to interlace your fingers, okay? So we've made the kind of ball with our hands, and you're going to move in circles. So your wrists are really important in yoga, but also in life. And if you're someone who drives a lot, if you're on your Xbox or your phone a lot, your wrists are probably in need of a little bit of attention. So going round and round, go in both directions, and then keep the interlace, and you're going to do a big wave up and a wave down. Okay, this is like a slightly weird dance move from the, 1980s, was it 80s? I don't know. And then pause and see if you can go the other way. So there'll be one way that comes really naturally and one way that feels a little bit odd. So make sure you try to do both. Good, give those hands a good shake out. Lovely, okay. Hands onto your thighs. Remember we've been doing our cat-cows, so this is where we have that bowl of cornflakes that we fill up and then spill. So same thing, but we're going to do it seated. So I'm going to turn to the side. You stay where you are, facing forward. This is just so you can see what I'm doing easier. So hands on your thighs. As you breathe in, send your chest forward, looking up if it's all right in your neck. Draw your shoulders back and down. This is you breathing in. And then as you breathe out, go the other way. So bring your shoulders forward, chin on the chest, draw your tummy in and really round your back. Breathing in, looking up. Breathing out, curling in. Now, if your neck really doesn't like this, you can still do the movement, but just look forward as you come to the cow pose. Let's do one more. Breathing in, really arch the back, draw the shoulders back and down. And then breathing out, curl it in, chin on the chest. Good. Seated cat-cows. Now I'm going to add on to your seated cat-cows. So imagine you're a big bird opening up your wings, open up, breathe in. And then as you breathe out, you can give yourself a nice hug. So that same cat-cow movement, but adding the arms. Inhale, open. As you exhale, see if you can hug yourself with the other arm on top. And if you can't remember which one it was, it doesn't matter. But try and alternate one arm and then the other on top. Last one. Breathing in, open up. Breathing out, big hug. Good. Now pause in this huggy position. Huggy? If that's a word, I think I just invented a new word. So as you hug yourself, I want you to sit up nice and tall, okay? Keep working with the hug, and you're going to see if you can walk your fingertips towards one another, okay? We're aiming to broaden across your back and move your shoulder blades away from one another. So really give yourself a big hug, okay? Tight as you can. Breathe in and sit tall, and then breathing out, you're just going to twist around to the side. So a little bit of a twist. Now leave your knees pointing straight forward. Then breathing in, come to center, breathing out, go the other way. Good. Come back to face forward, and you're going to swap the arms over so the other one is on top. Walk those fingertips together towards one another, cross your back, breathe in, sit tall, and breathe out, go round. One more time, breathe into center, and breathe out, turn. Lovely, good. Coming back to center again, excellent. So, we're going to do a more intense twist now. So good for your back. So, from your seated position, I want you to turn so your legs are pointing off the side of your chair. Hands are going to go on either side of the back of your chair. This is when we need the back. So from here, you're going to breathe in, sit tall, really think about lengthening your spine. And then as you breathe out, hinge your way round. So use the chair to help you. So we're thinking middle and upper back. Don't worry about your head. It doesn't matter how far round you can look. The head just follows. So use the chair to lever your way around. Do 2 more breaths here. Breathing in to be really tall and breathing out to go round. Last one. So good. Come back and then tiptoe your feet all the way around so you're facing the other way. Hands either side of the back of the chair. Breathing in to be tall. Breathing out, round you go. And you might find that one side is really tricky and a bit sore and the other side is easier. It's quite natural. We're often not in balance. Good. Come all the way back to face the front. Good job. Okay. Now I want you to come back to sitting halfway forward. You're going to lengthen out your right leg and just draw some circles with those toes. Oh, my leg's making a weird crunching noise. It's amazing what happens when you try these movements. Point your toe and flex your toe, sending the heel out, toes back towards you. One more time. Point the toe and flex the toe. Good. Feel all those muscles in your leg switching on. I'm going to swap sides. Left leg out, draw some circles. This one doesn't crunch. Point the toes and flex the toes. Point the toes and flex the toes. Good. Put your left foot down. Now lift your right leg. So the thighs stay in line. I'm just lengthening my leg out, pressing away through my heel. Now lift your left arm. So we're going to try and go side to side, opposite arm and leg. So this is your inhale, this is your exhale. Inhale, right arm, left leg. Exhale. Inhale. Try and keep the shoulder down, but reach up with the fingertips. Now, if you overthink this, you might make it quite tricky for yourself, so just see if you can just breathe and move. Last one. Good. Now, this is where you might need your block. So I'm going to pop my block in between my feet. So from this nice upright seated position, you're going to breathe in, bring your arms parallel over your head. As you breathe out, I want you to hinge from your hips. So imagine you're trying to reach forward as far as you can. Reaching, 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 and you come all the way down. Now, depending on your body, you may be able to get your fingertips to the floor, but don't worry if you can't, this is where your block comes in. Right hand is either going to go onto the block or the book, and you can choose what height it needs to be. Depends entirely on your body, okay? So I'm going to place my right hand on the block or the book in between my feet, and then my left arm, it's like the arm of a clock, I'm going to see if I can sweep it all the way around and up. Now you may just get to here, totally fine. You may be able to open yourself right up and bring that left hand up towards the ceiling. Just bring that top arm back down and swap sides. Let's do that one more time. So my right hand is down, the left hand is up. Inhaling up. And exhaling down. Good. From here, again, breathing in, reaching forward all the way up. And then breathing out, bring your hands to your heart. Good job. Okay. Block can go off to the side now. And from here, we're just going to do a little seated hip opener. So I want you to interlace your fingers and give your right, take the hand around the shin, give your right knee a little squeeze in. Maybe even take your nose down towards your knee if that feels okay, and give that knee a wee kiss. And then we're going to take this right ankle and place it on the left thigh, okay, if that's available. And then for a couple of breaths, I want you to just gently think about pressing that right knee down. Keep flexing your right foot, sitting tall, and hopefully getting a nice opening happening in that right leg, right hip, sorry. Okay, when you're ready, foot comes up and comes back to the floor. Other side. Left knee up, give it a squeeze, take the nose towards the knee if it's available, give it a wee kiss. And then this left ankle onto the right thigh, sit tall. Again, flexing the foot, gently pressing the knee down. Again, you might find one knee's a way up here, but the other one was quite open. We're all really different. Just have to embrace whatever's going on in your body. Okay, left foot comes back to the floor. All right, so I'm going to finish with a couple of standing postures that I thought you might want to try. So come to standing for me. I'm going to move my chair so you can see what I'm doing. So, first one is tree pose. So, you're going to make sure your chair is nice and steady. Right hand is on the back of the chair. Now you're going to have a little balance on your right leg. So right hand is on the chair, right foot is going to be our standing leg. Now your standing leg in yoga, you don't lock out the knee, so you can have a little softness in that knee, a little micro bend, okay? Careful with that. Left hand on your hip. Now, stand tall, make sure you're switching everything on, chest is lifted, shoulders are down. You're going to take your left foot and just balance, rest it on top of your right. This is option 1. Option 2, take the left foot, place it on the right calf. You may be able to take the left arm up towards the ceiling. Keep that shoulder down though, okay? Imagine you're making a big V with your arms. So this is option 2, hand can stay on the hip if you prefer. Now option 3 really is for people who've done a bit of yoga. You're going to take your left foot and you place it on the inner thigh, pressing the foot into the thigh. Again, hand can be on the hip or you can take the arm up. This is what tree pose would normally look like, but I'm just using the chair just to give me a bit of reassurance. Take a few breaths. Keep lifting. Imagine you're growing out of the ground. And then nice and slowly, you're going to come out. So this foot comes back to the floor. Okay, so I'm going to swap sides. You may just want to turn around. Left hand on the chair, left leg is the standing leg, right hand on the hip. Stand tall, so shoulders down. Think about growing up before you do anything else. Right foot rests on top of the left, that's option 1. Option 2, right foot is on your calf, and you may be able to think about taking the right arm up. Again, reach with the fingertips, but plug your shoulder in. We don't want to overreach, okay? It'll affect your balance. Keep drawing your belly button in. Your core will help you here. If you're here, I want you to stay here and breathe and feel really clever if you're in tree pose, okay? Or you can go further, take the foot onto the inner thigh. Press the foot into the thigh, stand tall, arm up. Good. Really opening this knee out to the side. We're nearly there, doing really well. Last breath. Good. So come out nice and slow, nothing too sudden. Good. So one last thought. This is a good one. So this time, both hands on the back of your chair. Now, depending on the height of your chair, you might prefer to do this with a kitchen worktop or your side table or something like that. I'll show you where I'm going. So both hands on the chair. Walk the feet out. Now, I can't see myself on the screen at the moment, so it's a bit tricky. But if you have a mirror, I want you to make sure your hips are right over your ankles. So you're basically making a right angle with your body. So both hands are on here. Take your head in between your upper arms, so you're looking directly at the floor. Now what tends to happen is this. So I'm really letting my core go, everything's sagging down towards the floor. So I want you to lift your tummy. So really draw the belly button in towards the spine. That's going to protect your lower back. You want a flat lower back here. Once you've got that, you may just want to stay here, and you may be surprised at how much work this is. You can either stay here, my feet are hip distance, or if you fancy trying it, lifting the belly, you're going to send the right leg out behind you. Now obviously be careful you don't knock anything here. You need quite a big space. So pressing away through that back heel, keep yourself looking straight down at the floor, lifting the tummy. One more breath. And then right foot comes back to the floor, swap to the left if you can. So this is a modified warrior 3 position. Keep lifting the tummy. And then eventually that left foot is going to come down to the floor to join the right. Now just before we move on, one more thing you can do, keep lifting the tummy, so we really want that engagement in your core, but you can gently press the chest down towards the floor. Be careful with this, it's quite a lot for your shoulders. But if you fancy trying it, by all means. And then draw the chest back through, so my head is right between my upper arms, and to come out, just walk the feet forward. Good job, okay. So I'm going to have a little seat now. And we're just going to do a very brief little relaxation. So if you have time, sometimes this is actually the most important bit. You're going to sit nice and quietly. Make sure you're still upright on your seat, feet grounded. Make sure the feet are on the floor. Like at the beginning, hands can be on your thighs or you can cradle them in your lap. And then really sit tall. And it's that melting of the shoulders. So when we're stressed, we tend to wear our shoulders as earrings. So see if you can ease them down. Closing the eyes if you're okay with that, or take the gaze down towards your legs. And I want you to just take a few quiet moments to just rest, just be still and breathe. Notice how you feel after your practice. And just take the time to just do nothing. It can be 2 minutes out of your day, but it just gives you space and a little bit of time. And then you feel more energetic to get on with the rest of your day. So if you have time, sit, take a few breaths. If not, carry on. I hope this has still been beneficial. Thank you so much for watching all the way through. Hope you enjoyed chair yoga. If you have any requests, please let me know. Thank you so much. Namaste.